Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Under the Lights Racing League Cup Series. This is your voice for the action tonight, INF, and tonight it is the penultimate race in the Championship 4 for our Cup Series drivers as they take on the last great Coliseum, the virtual Bristol Motor Speedway. It is going to be 133 miles for our drivers tonight, which equates to 250 laps around this half-mile short track. 18 drivers are set to take the grid for tonight's race, with all four of our Championship 4 drivers being in this race, unlike last race. But yeah, welcome back, everyone. This is, I think from the stream title, it should have the Xfinity name, or Xfinity race on here, which this is not the Xfinity race. I can reassure you this is the Cup race. But this is the penultimate race of the season. This is race 35 of 36 in total, and race number 3 of 4 so far in the playoffs. Last week was Homestead, in which we saw Mole get it done to take the championship lead. And I will touch base on that more when we go over the playoffs. But for now, I'm going to go over the qualifying order for tonight's field. Starting on pole, number 43 Championship 4 contender of LRS is joined alongside the front row with the number 7 of D-Port Eddie. Starting third is Mole, our another Championship 4 driver. Actually, row 2 is made up of Championship 4 drivers of Mole and Tomato, who is back after missing last week. He is 4th, Clater 5th, Dusty Stud 6th, SP, our final Championship 4 member, is 7th, Irate Pluto's 8th, Hack 9th, High Road 10th, Outlaw 11th, Sniper 12th, Flash Champs 13th, Drake 14th, Brad Ranger 15th, Kinney 16th, Storm 17th, and Ardeni rounding out the field in 18th. So a quick look at our playoffs for the Cup Series. We'll see that Mole is currently leading the points after 2 rounds halfway through. He leads by 7 points over LRS, who sits second. Tomato, after missing last week, is third, and that is actually due in part to his win at Road America, which has kind of helped him a little bit stay relatively close. Tomato sits 14 points back, and SP sits fourth with 18 points back to the champion, or the current champion right now, our championship leader, I guess. I'm kind of shit in the bed on that. As for the Rookie of the Year title, Brad Ranger leads by 2 points over Outlaw and 6 over Clater. So that is going to be very tight to close out the season. What else should I throw out? Let's see. Tomorrow is the Xfinity Series' third race in the championship. They are at... Oh, Christ almighty, where are they at? They are at Bristol as well. Okie dokie. Let's see, how does Xfinity look? So Xfinity LRS leads over SP by 7, Dusty Studs down by 10, and Flash Champs down by 13, with 2 rounds to go for Xfinity. And then next week is the final week of UTLR action for this season. The final 3 rounds of Season 6. All 3 races will be taking place at Talladega to end off the season. Trucks will be back there. Actually, should probably go over this really quickly for the trucks because they're back this weekend. Actually, I am actually going to miss that race. That kind of sucks. But D-Port leads the championship by 9 points over LRS, 12 points over Flash, and 16 over Outlaw. A sizable gap considering how our championship format works, in which case stage points are kind of thrown out, so we don't use stage points for the championship 4 round. It's just about where you finish. Again, some word from Storm here. The initial start and all cautions, we will come around and do 2 laps before going green. Come out of pits, do a lap, then choose, then green. Okay, so there's that format. Although I don't think that's going to be too different. I mean, we'll be able to tell before they go green. in due part, they'll be able to go in due part to obviously them choosing. Let's see. What else is there to go over? I think that's kind of it. There isn't really a whole hell of a lot to talk about, other than what we've already talked about. Earn rewards by purchasing or gifting subs to UTLR Live. UTLR has enabled drops for the community. Get rewards by purchasing or gifting a sub. I don't want to see this. That ends on August 19th. Okay. Do not feel entitled to have to subscribe to us or pay. Although if you want to do Twitch Prime, that's fine. You know, I guess it would kind of have to be within my not my contract, but you know, I guess I'd have to kind of tell you to do that in order to be like, yeah, you get the point. Now I'm really trying to find out people's streams because this is a little confusing. They did update the Twitch app, made things look kind of stupid in my personal opinion, so I'm just like looking around. It's kind of hard to tell which is where. No one's live at the moment for our series. Oh my Jesus Christ. I am yawning like a you-know-what right now. I can't say that without, you know, getting in trouble. Dusty Stud streaming. Oh, and okay, the lobby's already up. I think Storm tried to stream. That didn't work, so I guess that's not going to happen. Thank you, LRS, for the invite. So here we go. The Bass Pro Shop Night Race. Actually, both Bristol races on asphalt this season, because I'm pretty sure we have ran 2 asphalt races at Bristol. Both of them would have had to have been under the lights, so yeah. Oh, under the lights, like the name of our series. Ha, so funny. Also, I guess I haven't really said this a lot much, but this is my second to last broadcast for the Cup Series. I guess if you haven't seen it yet, but I'm going racing. I'm going to be racing in this series next season, as opposed to the lower divisions. So yeah, thank you SP for the invite. Although I'm already in here. And with 18, I think we might see backstretch pit stops. Maybe someone might have to pit from the backstretch. I could be mistaken. I'll find out here. But otherwise, they'll go a lap around, or I guess 2 laps around to get all situated. I'm going to ride on board LRS right here just to see if there's any pit stalls. Oh my god. Still yawning. Yeah, no one... Okay, so no pit stalls back there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to be going another lap around, so we'll be burning this lap. In the world. That's a interesting little camera view I've never seen before. And Dusty Stud's riding in cockpit cam. He doesn't have his steering wheel on, so that's kind of cool. Well, we went over the playoffs briefly, but Mole leads by 7 over LRS, so this is going to be an interesting case. Those two have kind of distanced themselves from the rest of them, but it's going to be a matter of who can get the better of one another here at the Last Great Coliseum. The penultimate round of the UTLR Cup season is underway. Green flag is out at Bristol. And immediately you already see that the outside lane is going to be the preferred line, as Deeport got tapped there by Mole, who got around to his outside. Dusty Stud already making up a couple of positions there on the outside. Deeport, who started on the front row, is already down into 5th and maybe falling lower. or farther back as Irate Pluto gets walled by SP. SP having to go down to the apron there, trying to avoid him as Tomato now looking to the inside of LRS for the race lead. Running the bottom of the track, not quite getting there yet. He's still to his quarter panel. Just the outside lane is so good here. You just get the run off and it's just the preferred lane. Although that's not going to help LRS. He taps the wall in the backstretch side by side again for the race lead. And what Tomato's going to really want to try and do, well, he's going to want to hope LRS keeps hitting that outside wall. But what he's hoping is that if he can get side by side with him, he needs to start running up the track a little more, trying to open up his space as limiting LRS's. As meanwhile, as I say this, Dusty Stud is actually moved up into third, who he got around Mole, high road in the wall in the back. But, Mole, having been one of the more successful drivers on short tracks here in the Cup Series, I guess I don't know. I would say I'm a little surprised, but then again, we are so early on into this race. I guess there's not really room for me to be surprised. I mean, we're about to enter lap 10 already, so it's This is a 62-lap stage, by the way. 53 laps to go. Tomato got all sorts out of shape, and now he's spinning on the backstretch. He's going back up into the field. And actually, no one hit him. Oh, well then, okay. No caution for that, I guess, but that's pretty big. Championship 4 contender. I believe he might have caught the wall or he hit Dusty. I think he definitely hit Dusty, but I don't think that's what caused it. He tried to ride on the apron, unfortunately, out of turn number 2, got loose and spun it. That's a little bit of damage, but I don't think it'll be too much of a concern for him. Is this him right here in the back? Oh no, this is SP. What in the world happened here? SP's also had some sort of issue. I guess we didn't see that, but SP has gotten some heavy front end damage to that car. You can see right there. Now he's at risk of potentially going a lap down, which, he entered this race coming in 18 points below. I know that stage points don't matter, so it only matters where you finish. However, still not good for the long run of your race. Dusty Stud, with Tomato having spun, has been promoted into second. And Dusty, I would say, is a pretty solid short track driver. LRS has the most short track wins, granted, across all 3 divisions. However, when it comes to the next gen car, he's actually has less wins than Dusty in these next gen cars, which is strange, but and kind of just speaks to the season LRS has had, which is a lot of consistency, but not a lot of hardware to back it. But right now, he did qualify on pole, so he obviously has something to prove tonight. And I think he said it after Homestead that he was coming in these next 2 races trying to establish a title fight and try and get closer to Mole. But this is probably not the sight he's going to want to see as his teammate SP. We're coming to lap 19. SP going to do the honorable thing, I would imagine, and let LRS go, and Dusty for that matter. And he does just that there. SP now gone a lap down. Unfortunate for him, but I think he might continue to fall back with that damage. Let's see, how's Tomato? Tomato's actually already caught up to the tail end of the pack. He actually has passed by Brad Ranger, who I don't know what exactly is happening, but he keeps hitting the wall. Crimson Sniper and Flash were leaning on one another. Actually, let's talk about Flash for a second. Okay, so he's running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's running 7th, and he's getting walled by Sniper. Okie dokie. Flash is generally one of the better short track drivers, I would say, that run around these parts. He especially has a fondness for Bristol. This is one of his better tracks, in my personal opinion. One problem, as you could probably tell, he kind of has an issue with other cars, hitting him, which, isn't exactly what you want when you're, trying to go to the front. Oh, and Hack just got loose there. He saved it, but that could have darn well been a disaster. Crimson Sniper is making this really difficult on Flash and everyone behind him. It's like blocking low, blocking high. Sniper was in the wall. Hack was into the wall, and now Crimson Sniper's gone around. And he's gone back up in front of Brad Ranger. They look to be fine and all straightened out already. I think that was Lodebroke that almost hit the wall. He kept it off of it for the most part. And that was certainly a cluster. You know, there's a word I would follow up with that after cluster, but yeah. Battle for the lead. Dusty Stud's been looking down the inside of LRS for about a couple laps now. Kenny is now on the verge of going a lap down after, again, we didn't catch it, but I'm assuming he got his nose chopped off, hit on the apron and spun it. Oh, and Kenny's up into the outside wall, and that's right in front of LRS. And LRS is going to get the lead taken right back from him by Dusty Stud as he takes the lead now. And I think LRS might have a little bit of front end damage. We'll try and peek at his front nose right here. Looks, if you see on the right, it looks like it's a little bit bent up, which could mean that maybe some yellow damage on the front end. And man, that just 3 for 3. LRS is in the championship rounds. That is just, he could not catch a break with non-championship drivers, because my guy has just hit, well, other non-playoff drivers continuing to interfere in his efforts. Although I wouldn't say that Kenny did that intentionally. Obviously he did not. I guess none of the other guys did. Kenny hit the wall. I mean, there's not really much else to do, but you know, it's unfortunate. Also, you should mention Dusty Stud actually missed out last race due to letting LRS take third place in the Championship 4 opener at Road America, so this is his first race back. Obviously, no ring rust for the 47 car. Let's take a peek back here for 4th and 5th. Clater is leading over High Road. This is for 4th. Now High Road goes down the inside. Looks like Clater has a bit of front end damage, which might explain his apparent lack of pace to the cars around him, or directly around him. Are you sure his shit isn't gonna let him go without a fight? High Road's gonna fall back to 5th. And Clater raced here recently in the trucks at Bristol. He nabbed a victory there. That was, I believe, his most recent victory in UTLR. But, oh my goodness, excuse me. Yeah, so this is a track that Clater has found some success at, and I would imagine, or I'm not too particularly surprised he's running well now. Deport just smacked the outside wall, and he was actually someone that surprised me in qualifying, who he went second. Deport, not exactly known for his short track pace, but he's shown some good improvement so far, as Clater and High Road just both obliterated the outside wall. High Road's still trying to fight to catch that 21 car and get by him. Looks like Deport's got a bit of front end damage too, if you see that. Man, just up ahead, they are really going at it. I mean, High Road's going down to the apron. I think High Road is generally the faster car, but this is kind of going to be something you're going to see all night. When drivers are trying to play nice. I mean, Clater got a little tight there. That's going to allow for High Road to take over 4th place. But as I was going to say, it is very difficult to pass someone here when you're trying to be nice. Gotta really just hope that the drivers around you are going to give you space, which, you know, I mean, in the early stages, I'd imagine that they would. I wouldn't imagine against it, but, you know, just saying. So SP's already gone a lap down. I'm wondering, okay, Dusty Stud is coming up to lap Crimson Sniper, who was earlier fighting inside the top 10, unfortunately has fallen further back. We are on lap 42 of 62, so when they hit the line next time, it'll be 20 laps to go in the stage. There will be no pitting necessary for this stage, and I believe the second stage either. Actually, I didn't even notice this. SP, because of how far back he's fallen, SP is actually at risk. You see him up ahead. He's the second car. And Kenny, actually, for a matter of fact, because Kenny just got passed up by SP and company. They're at risk of going 2 laps down, which that sure as hell would not be good for them. Tomato as well, who spun earlier, has actually rebounded fairly well, although he definitely would not like to be in this current position right now. Battle for second. Mole is trying to get around LRS. LRS not having any of it. Still trying to hold down second. And I would imagine, I would say you actually kind of want to be second if you're LRS here. Mostly because stage points don't matter, as I've mentioned for like the 500th time so far this championship round. Stage points, they're not going to matter for your championship hopes. It's just about where you finish. So second, actually, if you finish second in the stage and you restart second, that's actually going to put you on the outside lane, which is, if you couldn't tell already, the predominant lane where you want your car to be. So could be some strategy there. Definitely going to fight hard to keep that second, and Dusty is going to try and fight hard to put Storm a lap down. As Kenny goes nosing into the inside wall. He got loose, and that'll put him an extra lap down. Storm fighting hard to not go a lap down. We'll see what he does here. Goes down the inside. A Dusty Stud, as now the battle for second is on. LRS has absolutely nowhere to go because Storm's in the way, and LRS actually going to put the bumper to Storm, and that's going to send them 3 wide. Storm going to have to get out of the way there. He's up in the outside wall, and LRS has now lost a grand total of 2 positions. The only 2 positions he's lost so far this race due to some lapped traffic. That is, to say the very least, not ideal. Just up ahead, Brad, Ranger, Drake, and SP all fighting. SP is actually already a lap down, so these two are fighting to stay on the lead lap. And right now there is 10 laps to go, as Dusty Stud has hit the line there. So 10 laps, I don't think that should be any concern. What in the world is happening here? Tomato and Flash Champs are fighting. I would believe that this is for 7th. Because Deport's, no, I guess this might be for 6th. I don't know. Flash got real tight there though, and actually is going to lose out on the position to Tomato. Irate Pluto now going to fight on the inside. Hack has had a decent showing at the short tracks too, I should also add. So you might see him come into play later tonight. He generally excels at some short tracks, so yeah, just to keep it in the back of your mind, if you see that 48 run closer to the front, don't be too shocked. Let's see. There is, wow, that is a lot of lap traffic, and Kenny's actually just up ahead of them. He is at risk of going 3 laps down. Yikes. SP's trying not to go 2 laps down, as there's Irate Pluto, who we were just on board, and now he's spun around. He's going to go a lap down, and now they're 3 wide. Kenny, Drake, and the leader, Dusty Stud, and Dusty Stud got put to the inside wall because of them going 3 wide, and now Mole has taken the lead of the race. Oh my goodness. What on earth just happened there? Well, I guess this is more just a wrong place, wrong time for Dusty Stud. I mean, he went down 3 wide to pass the lapped cars that were slower. And now Hack, we were just talking about him. He's spun out, and now he's gone a lap down. What in the world is going on? They're coming now to, this is 3 laps to go. And now they're going to throw the caution So this is actually something that does happen. This is something that... Crap. This is something that pertains to the rules, is that there can be a caution before the end of the stage, or there is no ending or final lap before there are no more cautions. So a stage can end under caution. We're at 2 laps to go right now. So unless someone wants to pit right now and look, I guess it doesn't really matter for the stage points anymore. But yeah, it looks like this stage is going to end under caution, which would make Mole your stage 1 winner. Drake is actually going to get lucked out of that. I think he was going to get lucked out either way. I think more Hacks is going to get lucked out because they would have taken the caution flag. If they had taken the stage break caution, then Drake would have gotten the lucky dog, but Hack is not going to be lucky dog for this stage break. Mole wins stage 1 under caution. Dusty follows in second, LRS third, Clater fourth, D-Port fifth. We'll see where the rest of them stack up. Tomato sixth, Flash seventh, High Road eighth, Load Broke 9th, and Brad 10th. Hack is the first car lapped down in 12th, so he will be back in the lead lap. Irate Pluto, Crimson Sniper. Let's see, who else is... Can they please show who else is lapped down? SP, Kenny, Ardeni. I guess Ardeni didn't show, did he? I guess those are mostly the guys that are going to be lapped down. Anyways, stage 1 in the books. Now rolling on to stage 2. And I don't think Clater pit. He did not pit. Clater is actually elected to stay out. I think this is a mistake, though. You might see him pull off here, and yeah, he does. Clater, unfortunately, missing out on his chance to pit. We are back underway here from Bristol. It's not as chaotic as a start as you would imagine, although they are single file and the past Pro Shop cars are up in the wall and down the back straightaway. Now Eric Pluto getting split 3 wide into the outside wall, and now Crimson Sniper is wrecking in front of the field. Hacks around. Crimson Sniper just got nailed by Clater, and I think that will be our second caution for cause. Only 2 laps into the second stage. Yeah, caution is out, and Hack is ghosted in front of the field. Oh my goodness. Nope, yep, he's still there. He's trying to get it refired. Almost there. There you go. Now, the thing is... Okay, so SP is actually the lucky dog, so he's going to get 1 of his laps back. Or he might just be on the lead lap in general. They'll go lap around here, and then pit. Man, oh man. So yeah, they'll be pitting this time. And I imagine everyone would just to try and take the tire fuel advantage. No, it wouldn't hurt. So yeah, here we go. Everyone's in. Or I guess not. No, some people are actually staying out. Never mind. Oh, I honestly thought people would be coming into pit road, but I guess more the people in the back are coming in. Track position. Whatever. Storm, Load Broke, Irate, Pluto, Clater, and Sniper are all into the pits. That does allow for everyone else to stay out and retain their track position. Looks like they'll be choosing now. No, I guess not. Letting people go by. I think now we can finally. I don't know what the heck SP was and company were doing back there. Seemed like some sort of squabble. Maybe Crimson Sniper was coming in a little too hot. At least that's what it did look like. All right, choosing it now. Thankfully, we are. I know I went over and explained how many laps, or how the pacing laps would work, but I guess it kind of got shuffled around a bit. Or it's not quite what I was expecting. Either or. Mole will be the control car. He elected the inside lane, which, honestly, if you're a controlling car, is probably the better lane if you want to manually restart him, but on game restarts, probably going to on the outside, and there is the proof of it. Mole gets a blistering jump off the line. Green flag is out. We're back underway from Bristol. Mole's already opened a car length gap to cars behind. Tomato now working on Dusty Stud. This is for second place. We can actually, show that. That would be helpful. Yeah, this will do. Deep board. Almost getting into the outside wall. Tomato now faltering on the inside. He will have to try and clear up to the outside, but nothing is quite open. LRS actually got real tight right there, and so did Tomato, but that all clears up. Tomato trying to run the middle lane. LRS actually kind of covering that off. Drake going really low, same with Crimson Sniper, and LRS overshoots the corner. Tomato tries to cross him over. Tomato was not clear, tapped his quarter panel and lost a little bit of speed. Should be fine nonetheless. This is a 58 lap stage, just for reference. I'm realizing now what I've got myself into, because this is a 250 lap race, and if stages are adding up how I'm thinking they are, then this should be 850. Should be like 121 lap final stage. Which, yikes. I mean, it goes by quick, but we're in for a little bit of a ride. Top 6, I'd say, have settled out. Yeah, it looks like everyone actually down to like 9th have all kind of gone single file. Tomato's still all over the back bumper of LRS. Not quite there. You see everyone behind Tomato washed up, almost hitting the wall. This is kind of crazy to see. CLR's trying to experiment with a lower line. Looks like everyone else is. For my brief experience at Bristol, I think that was Hack that's on the inside wall, and it is. And there's another car just up ahead. I think that's Crimson Sniper. No, that's SP. What in the world? No, that is Crimson Sniper. And I guess we're going to be throwing another caution for that due to another incident. This is lap 19 of 58. And our third caution for cause is second of stage number 2. It's quite interesting. not pitting this time, so he'll go around. Storm gets his lap back. Now pit road is open. Looks like everyone's going to be coming in. Tires going to mean a little bit more than they did when they first, had the opportunity to pit early in the stage. Race off of pit road. It looks like we'll actually see some strategy calls here. Brad Ranger and SP both are going to get out in front of the field here. I believe this is some two tires calls from the pair of them. That might not be, we'll just have to see how that plays out. But we do know track position is going to be a key factor in tonight's race. But, tires are also going to be a premium, so this might not pair out well. Brad Ranger, who is our race leader, is going to elect the bottom, SP to the top, as the rest of the field staggers out behind. We will go green with 36 laps to go. So we'll see how these two tires work for Brad Ranger and SP. But right now it is the 3 car with control on the bottom as the 3 gets a solid jump. SP actually matched him pretty well, all things considered. Green flag is out. We're back underway from Bristol. SP trying to ride the top. He did have the advantage of having a solid start, and Brad Ranger spins on the apron. He actually collected it pretty well. He did a quick 360 and he's back going, but that was all gone to shit. Ari Pluto's up in the wall, 3 wide for the race lead. Mole's all the way down the apron. SP just got balled. There's still 3 wide. SP's in the wall again. LRS is being ping-ponged off his teammate and championship rival. Mole now side by side with LRS, and now Mole clears for the race lead. Deport has moved off into 3rd, and the caution has been thrown yet again. I don't think LRS, LRS and Mole coming to blows in turn 2. They've made contact. LRS was not too happy with how Mole was racing him there. And Crimson Sniper is going to get his lap back, and that is our 4th caution on the night, 3rd in stage number 2. Now, I'm not sure. I think that more or less triggered from what happened in the rear. But I can tell you for one thing for sure, LRS is not happy with Mole about how he was raced just then and there. I mean, yeah, I previously made the statement that LRS had got the unfortunate end of the stick with a bunch of other non-championship contenders that have cost him some positions. But first time really all championship round we've seen drivers or championship drivers come to blows or have some sort of issue. But there's still over half the race still left to be ran. So we got a long ways to go for these guys. Zane Baloney will conduct his first IndyCar Series start on Thursday, his first practice session on Thursday at the Indianapolis Road Course. It's kind of interesting. Choosing there, and Mole elects the inside. No, actually, I think what might be happening here is we might restart single file due to the abundance of cautions we've actually had recently. So I think we're going to be going green this time, just single file. Irate, Pluto, and Hack, or excuse me, Kenny both getting their laps back there. We'll see what this looks like, but I wouldn't be surprised if we go green here. We'll see LRS probably get right up to the back bumper of Mole if we're going. Doesn't appear so, so I think we'll burn another lap. Or we're going to choose. I honestly thought because of how many cautions we had, I thought that we might go single file. But that is not the case. Mole will start inside again. LRS elects the outside. And I guess that kind of makes sense. You know, you want the outside lane. I think LRS, if he were leading, he would probably choose the outside lane. But you can see why people would want the inside lane. Just so much better drive off of turn number 4. And just, you know, the ability to wash up. It's a privilege. But here we go. Restarting. LRS got off respectably well. Mole is still going to be leading as we take the green flag back underway from Bristol. Deport's actually going to clear into third. Now SP is trying to fight Tomato 4/4, still on 2 tires. That is going to be probably a living hell for him. LRS now trying to chase down Mole. Wondering what he's going to do if he catches Mole here, and he's right to him as well. Will he lay the bumper to him? That would be, wouldn't that just be interesting if he got up and into his back bumper? Oh my gosh, Brad Ranger is stopped in the middle of the track. He is ghosted. Thankfully, High Road is lagging like hell. I don't know what is going on anymore. Oh my god, and we got a crash out of turn number 2. It looks like that's Plater and High Road. High Road was lagging like, I mean, really badly and going into turn 1. And for the 5th time tonight, we have another caution. Wowzers, Brad Ranger is going to get his lap back after, I believe, spinning on the restart. And I think now, if we weren't restarting single file then, I'm pretty darn sure we'll be restarting single file now. Pits are open, although I doubt anyone will be coming in. Or not. Guess people... No. I've been duped. Never mind. SP almost just got nabbed there, though. That would have been pretty crazy if he had. Or pretty unfortunate. Would be a more accurate term. As I figured from Storm, single file for this upcoming restart. I think we might go, and this time, no, there's a lot of people in pit road, so I think we'll have to hold off. We'll burn a lap. Go green next time. I'm just going to please dismiss this message. Thank you. I'm not interested in Twitch drops right now. That is not of my any interest at all. So, we're going to be restarting with 22 laps to go. LRS is going to have a pretty clear shot at trying to get to Mole. And Deport, who has ruffled LRS's feathers a little bit in the past, is starting right behind him. So this could be either... This is just going to be crazy regardless of how you cut it. But it's going to be a matter of how good of a jump Mole can get on LRS. Now let's just got to try and stay with the 24. So we go restart zone. Not going this time, apparently. I thought for sure we were. I don't know what LRS is doing. I want to start on the bottom. No, it's single file. But I want to start on the bottom. You're going to restart on the bottom regardless. How about that, LRS? He keeps wanting to... He's electing to choose the bottom, but he's already restarting there, so... Or I guess if it's single file, I guess you can kind of restart at whatever lane you want. Some food for thought there. Here we go. Into the restart zone. LRS actually did not get lined up with Mole very well. And LRS did not go. Actually, I think he just caught in his mid-afternoon nap. LRS has now dropped back about 2 seconds to Mole. I think what LRS was thinking is that Mole might have jumped this restart zone and didn't go in the restart zone. Or he just genuinely, or he just restarted in the wrong gear. Regardless, that just bunched everything back up for a second on back. Mole saying, thanks LRS, I'll be right on my way. And just has strolled off into the sunset. SP was about a lap down, give or take 40 laps ago. Kenny is stopped again on, oh my goodness, are we really about to have another caution? We are. You are lying to me. Caution number 6 is out. Or actually, yeah, caution number 6 is out because the caution did end the stage earlier. Dusty Stead, I don't know what just happened there, but just got a ton of front end damage. Probably from getting hit in the back. I believe it was Storm, Clater, and Kenny that were involved in that recent crash. Irate Pluto's going to get his lap back, so I guess it's not really a concern of, you know, getting lapped earlier in stage 1, you know. Guess they'll get their lap back. Just hi diddly ho neighborino. Should probably just throw out and say nothing bad, but I do want to throw out, just say that I hope everyone's been having a solid late, actually end of July Wednesday, as tomorrow actually marks the first day of August. That is weird for me to think about considering I'm in my summer break. That has flown by relatively quickly. Pit road is open, and we've had some. We do have some takers. Dusty Stud, although I think had to come in due to his significant amount of damage, and I think SP as well. Just, you know, with how many people are not pitting, tires might not be too bad for SP. Even if he might also have some damage, which is why he's pitting, but yeah. I don't think I need to tell you that we're going to be restarting single file again, but I'll tell you again just because I think the contract requires me to tell you any and all things. There's Kenny getting a lap back. And that is because... Oh man, did I disconnect out of a party? I did. I disconnected out of my race party, which kind of sucks. Alright, so I think we're going green this time. I hear the throttle pick up more if we were. And we're not going green. We'll go green next time. So this will be with... Let's see. Dusty hits the line now, so we will go green with 13 laps to go in stage number 2. Stage in which you've seen 5 caution flags. And I think the majority of the stage ran under caution conditions. This is, I guess, not something I was too much expecting, considering our first stage went caution-free. Anyways, restart zone. LRS, I think regardless of how he got off the restart zone, it would have been better than last time. But green flag is back out. 13 laps to go here in stage number 2, and LRS has promptly hit the outside wall. Deeport looking down the inside for second. Crimson Sniper, how in the hell did he get up into 5th? LRS still fighting off Deeport, and now Crimson Sniper hits the outside wall. Drake almost just got killed, and I almost just like choked on my own spit. That was disgusting. Into and out of turn number 4. Mole expands his race lead. Crimson Sniper, I don't know how the hell he's found his way into 5th, but considering he was lapped down, but that's just kind of the nature of the beast, I guess. Outlaw, who is a solid road course, or I almost just said road course racers. Short track racer himself. He's fighting for that 5th place spot. 10 laps to go there. Mole's still running the bottom. LRS is being hounded by Tomato for 2nd place. I think try as LRS might, that car is just a little too tight right now. I think it's more set up for the long run. Mole, from what I gather, is generally a fan of a looser race car, which definitely permits him to be faster on the short run. There is a slow car just up ahead, but thankfully, I don't think that's going to be what causes a caution, or the reason for a caution. So we'll stay green. This fight for 5th has brung everyone back. I mean, okay, so there's like the top 4, and then the fight for 5th has actually just halted everyone's progress. It's kind of wild. Oh, and Drake's getting ping-ponged off SP, and Brad Ranger in the back. He's in that 12 car, if you can't tell. He almost just died. Crimson Sniper did just die. He hit the outside wall. Oh my god, and Lodberg hit the outside wall. He's hit the inside wall. He hit Flash. They're 4 wide, and Lodberg's just going to keep it on the fence, and everyone made it through peacefully. Or so we thought, because they are still driving like madmen. High Road's now charging to try and catch Crimson Sniper. I think 5th might be... This would be probably the highest stage result of Crimson Sniper's career if he got it. 6th would also be fine for him. I mean, oh my... Okay, we'll take a break from that. Take a peek at this. Dusty Stud and Brad Ranger going at it. Brad Ranger gets into the rear bumper of the 47, still side by side. Hack and Clater just both got in the fence. I don't know what that was about. That was crazy. They are nose to tail. Like, bump ass to whatever. I don't even know. They're really bunched together is what I'm trying to get at. And we are coming to the green and white flag. This is now the last lap of stage number 2. Pretty chaotic way to end it in a caution-filled stage. But Mole is going to be the one that's going to get the stage win off of 4. I'm not going to cover that just more because we can look at what in the hell was happening here. Mole wins stage 2. He sweeps the stages. Although, now I would say that would be important, but I'll say it once. I'll said it twice. I may have said it 5 times. I'll say it again. Stage points don't count for the championship 4. So now this is where the real points are. This is where the money's really made. And what is going to end up being a 124 lap final stage. Yikes. It's going to be pretty long. All right, here we go. Third and final stage here, the penultimate race of the season. Mole and LRS leading on the front row, and Mole gets a solid jump off of the start. Back green here from Bristol. LRS needs to get to his door here on the back straight. It's gonna be really darn close, but just can't quite get side by side with him to have that chance to fight. Tomato actually clears for third. Going to be helpful for him. High Road and Deport fighting for 4th. And wow, High Road, big lunge back there. I'm actually going to take a peek. I want to take a peek at this just to see what would happen. High Road's been lunging it on the insides, trying to get past the 7. So everything I'd imagine you have to do, or this is textbook on how to pass on the bottom. Well, okay, not that. Don't put the person in the wall. But what you want to do is you want to like kind of enter in the middle. Then you want to wash up in towards the middle, which is not what High Road's doing. But he needs to wash up in the middle of the corner as much as he can, or he could just put Deport in the wall again. That always works. I think that's kind of been the majority trend. Dusty Stud, who restarted 11th under that last caution, or not after the stage caution, but the previous caution for cause. He's driven his fine ass up into 5th place. I don't know why I made that comment, but Clater up into the wall. They are, okay, they're going to crash here in about a second, are they? Yeah, they're 3 wide. Pluto's being put in the fence. What on earth is happening here? Flash Champs I did mention was having an issue with with some traffic trying to get up to the front. We are about 120 laps after I say that, and as you can see, not much has really changed for his situation. He is still struggling to get by these cars, and I can tell you he's probably not too happy. As Deeport, I think, just put SP up in the fence. I think he's tired of getting fenced, and well, while we're at it, he fences himself. I don't think he fancies that. Oh, Badoom Smash. His fancy, fancies, whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's almost in the wall again. Red Ranger got by him. It's been a relatively up and down race for him. He's been lapped here and there, but he's come back every single time, and he's driven up through. He's made some mistakes. We're just gonna let this silence speak for itself on just what's happening back here. Select later, take you on board. Oh, that's LRS! That's in front of the field! Deepwater and Atkins, that is the entire back half of the field. What in the world just happened? I know we were, wait. I know we didn't catch exactly what happened. More in part that we weren't watching the leaders, but LRS spins out of the into turn number 3, or he might have spun down the backstretch. I'm not sure, but caution is out for the 8th time tonight, and involves one of our favorites, or one of the race favorites. Oh my God! And they're wrecking under the caution. Oh my God, gentlemen, what are we doing? That is, I just don't even know. I don't know if we'll restart single file. That was interesting enough, to say the very least. Kenny will get his lap back for, I don't know how many times he's had to get a lap back, but it's not due to him being, like, lapped a whole bunch. It's just because, well, more often than not, it's from him having to exit off of pit road and get his lap back that way. Whatever, I'm yapping. Pit road is open, and I would assume everyone's going to want to come in for fresh Goodyears and fuel, and I would be right on that. Looks like Dusty Stud actually has some front end damage. That is not good for him. I'm wondering, I would imagine LRS would have just had to have gotten loose off of one of the corners. It just seems kind of weird in how he was wrecked. Nonetheless, Mole wins the race off pit road, and Tomato's second, and after that, oh boy, this is a interesting top 10 as they run. High Road is third, Load Broke is fourth, Brad 5th, Dusty 6th, Crimson Sniper 7th, Flash 8th, and then back to some realm of normalcy. But point being, the field is quite jumbled right now. Opportunity to do some grand things. Choosing right here, and Mole elects to again go inside Tomato, outside. I mean, despite Tomato having run, oh no, Tomato led earlier, didn't he not? I think he did. But I have to say, he has. No, Tomato actually has not led tonight. Despite having run very fast and being very consistent. He has not led a lap so far. He might have a chance to do that if he gets a good launch. But here we go. Restart zone. And Mole has just launched far and away. Green flag is back out here from Bristol. 107 laps to go. And it actually got a really nice turn 2 out of on the outside lane. He's going to still try and ride a... Mole, what he's doing is kind of different from everyone else. Where you watch him, he's run the bottom. Only Dusty Stud is doing that, and there's a wreck in the back. Actually, no, there's not. Crimson Sniper just hit the wall, and everyone checked up because of it. I mean, that was a log jam going into turn 1. I can't really see anyone that's like off the pace or wrecking, so I guess we're fine. Anyways, wow, Bass Pro Shop's running 3rd and 4th. That's actually kind of cool. Tomatoes up in the fence just a little bit, and High Road, who's had himself a solid run before as I say that, he hits the outside wall. But as well, I was gonna say, oh, yo, Flash is absolutely punted. Low broke, and we have another car spinning around. I'm pretty sure that was LRS, and it was. And that is just gonna rub salt into the wound. SP and Storm involved in a prior crash. Caution is out for the 9th time tonight. Oh my goodness. You know, I guess it's starting off how the season started. You know, I think what was it, like Atlanta? We had so many cautions, and well, I guess we're ending it off kind of how we started, as I just said. I think they'll be coming to pit again. Just can't really, you know, throw away a good opportunity at tires and fuel. Although it should probably be said that might not want to pit at this instance due to track position, and that is the case with a lot of the front runners who do not want to sacrifice their position and have to go into the back, which is completely understandable. I mean, we saw how they were racing further back. Do you really want to like sacrifice the position you're in? Like, especially like if you're High Road or Brad, you're running 3rd, 4th, you really want to go back there and try and navigate that? Would not imagine. Alright, I think we'll be choosing this time, unless we're going to be, you know, I would have gotten the information by now if we were restarting single file. So it looks like we'll be choosing here now, and Mole elects inside. Carbon copy of last time. Tomato goes outside, although this time both the Bass Pro Shop cars are going to the inside. High Road and Brad Ranger. Dusty accompanies Tomato on the outside, race right behind him. We'll be going green this time. Tomato really has got to lock in on this start, bro. I mean, he has had some issues with these starts, but can he get a good restart this time? Nope. Back underway. Mole gets ahead. I think Tomato just fine just there. Irie Pluto just shuffled the crap out of D-Port for, like, I don't even know what position. This is probably like 15th. That's crazy. Anyways. Oh, and Drake's up in the outside wall. Please don't crash. Flash almost made it. Oh, no. I think they might crash. Nope, they made it. Thank you, Lord. They actually did not wreck. They stay straight. LRS is actually on a charge through the field right now, trying to get back to where he was. Problem is, Hack is a very difficult man to try and get around, so LRS is going to have to be very aggressive, or no, he's actually going to back off on the bottom. Been a really tough night for Legacy Motor Club, and Hack has just driven right into the back of Flash Champs, because why not? Oh my goodness. Now Crimson Sniper's in the outside wall. He taps off of SP. More or less fine. Nothing has changed amongst the front runners in this leading pack. It's mostly back here where it's the meat and potatoes of this race, at least right now. Hack actually clears Flash on the bottom. I'm a little surprised by that. Maybe there's a little bit of a lack of speed. I'm actually really surprised about LRS, who is dropping off a considerable amount on this restart. He might have got, yeah, okay, that would explain it. There's a lot of front-end damage on that 43 car. I don't know if he sustained that recently, but he sure as hell is driving like there's some damage on that car, so I wouldn't put it past him. And Brad Ranger's just hit the wall. He's hit Drake. Oh my god, and Brad Ranger finishes the job. Drake's coming back up in front of the field. That might cause a problem. Clater hits the wall, and now they're 3 wide. Clater keeps it off the fence, and they all don't. Oh my god, why would you put it 3 wide again? And Drake gets put up into D-port, and Drake continues to fall through the field. Oh my gosh, what in the world is even that? D-port tries to close the door on Drake, and Drake was having absolutely none of it. And D-port's back up at the outside wall. And for good measure gets put up in there by Crimson and Irate Pluto. And I think, well, they both fell back, but my god, bro, what in the world? Crimson Sniper got loose there off of the turn. Oh, and Hax just ran into the back of Lodbroke. Brad's been up in the outside wall, and he got tagged there. He keeps it up into the outside wall. He's going to get passed by these upcoming drivers, Hack and Clater. I think it's been more of an issue that 3's been having so far this race. And I guess a couple people, for a matter of fact, have just an issue of keeping their car out of the wall, whether it be inside or outside lane. Your pick. I mean, you saw it right there, Clater and SP both tapping the wall. Wait. Probably check Flash, see how he's doing. He's doing fine. Yeah, this is actually one of the first times I think I've seen Flash have clean air and being able to, you know, do something, try and attempt something productive. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's really got much in that car tonight, at least in that 18 machine. Maybe just wrong setup. Drake, it looks like Drake has, in the last few weeks, not just in UTLR, but just in general, has been driving out of his mind, getting a lot of great results. So, he made that pass look real easy on the bottom. And flashes up in the wall again, and gets some help from LRS, and D4 and Irate Pluto both get involved. And there goes Irate Pluto back up into the field, and that is a junkyard on the backstretch. Crimson Sniper, Kenny Storm, D4, and caution will follow through with that. That will be our 10th caution on the evening. Oh boy. That is coming to lap 171, which means caution with 80 laps to go. I'm looking at Dusty Stud's chat, and I think Black Hammer, I believe that's his Twitch, is like Wreckfest. I see. Yes, you would be correct. It has definitely been an interesting race so far. Yep. Oh, he actually posted that a couple minutes ago. I'm sorry. But yeah, this is been an interesting race so far. I think, end of the season, it is Bristol, so I guess there's already some tempers, but hey, I mean, I guess they're getting it out now before Talladega. I guess all this is kind of fine to Mole. I mean, I don't really know what he's probably thinking. He's not really being contested for the race lead, or at least not since LRS fell further back. So I think he'll be okay. Hitting here. And I don't know if it'll be good to the end with this pit stop. I know that they can run pretty long on 2 tanks of gas here at Bristol. I just can't remember how long that is. I know they can go through the first stage like 60 some laps, no problem. So how long would that? I guess that would be fine then. They might be good to the end, they might not. Who knows? All I know is it's going to be really close, and I highly doubt that we see this race go green for the rest of the way. So make sure to, well, I guess not discount on anybody, but yeah. Will we go single file? I think we've gone green long enough to where we're not going to be seeing any single file restarts here. They're going to choose, and Tomato is going to go outside and Mole inside here, probably on the choose. Tomato goes outside again, and Dusty Stead follows him. It's the same first 2 rows that we've seen the last couple restarts. Taking a peek at our Championship 4 drivers. Obviously, Mole and Tomato leading 1-2. SP has just had a rough day. He's running 3rd. He's 4, 6, 8, 10th. And LRS is 12th just behind him. And LRS, contrary to where he's been running, has had a really solid day. It's just he has been screwed. He's been, well, not screwed. Screwed's a strong word. He's been hindered by some non-playoff drivers. Anyways, here we go. I think 4th time's a charm for Tomato, and he actually got a decent start. Green flag is out. We're back underway from Bristol. They managed to keep it straight so far. Curious in seeing what's going to happen back here. All right, I kind of want to go on board hack. Yeah. So far, so good. Hey, no, they're actually doing pretty good. There hasn't been too much craziness on this restart, all things considered, so I guess that deserves a gold star there. Look back, and then I look back and like almost everyone in the back is in the wall. Maybe I should just not talk about it as much. Maybe that'll help. Current top 5 as they run. Mole leads, Tomato 2nd, Dusty 3rd, High Road in 4th, and Hack in 5th. Is your top 5 currently. I think you briefly saw it, but SP is currently running 6th, I believe. That is the highest he has been all race so far, which kind of tells to the race SP is the kind of race SP's had. There was a point in stage 1 where he almost went 2 laps down, but I think everyone's gotten their laps back since then, due to the amount of cautions. So not too much of an issue, I guess. If that's the case. Okay, on the camera, I thought they were slowing down, and I'm like, oh, there's no way we're having another caution. We are not actually having another caution. Although we now are! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Glader is around, Irie Pluto's around, I think Deepor was involved, Kenny might have been involved too. Just as I said it, I said we weren't gonna see any cautions, and you gotta be kidding me. Cautions out for the 11th time tonight. Mole gonna slow it down here. And man, oh man, I don't know exactly how that stemmed from her. I think SP's got a little bit of front end damage, and that does appear to be the case. LRS has had to fight and claw his way back up into 6th. And, oh my goodness. Well, I told you we wouldn't be seeing this race go green the rest of the way, and well, sure as hell, we will see a 11th restart. Ooh. Hitting this lap, it does appear, and I think everyone will come in. We'll see. Oh no, looks like they didn't go enough laps to where they thought it'd be a concern. People in the back are coming into pit, though I guess that's not, they don't really have anything to lose, nor do they have a lot of damage. Deepor, I will say, has had a very rough race after qualifying 2nd and was doing well early on. And High Road, I'm not going to see it because it just happened on Dusty's stream and I missed it, but High Road just ran clean into the back of Dusty Stud. And I think he might have some front end damage. It does appear that there might be a little bit. That is interesting, to say the least. Alright, so they should go around, or burn another lap, and they'll choose next time. My, oh my. My, oh my. Oh me, oh me, oh my, oh my. I think this does tell a testament to the integrity of the drivers that so far we've seen no race retirements. So far, I should, again, will add. Same front row as the last 5 restarts. Actually, same first 2 rows as the last 5 restarts. These guys have kind of been gridlocked to the positions that they're running. SP gonna run bottom. He actually got a lot of positions back. And it'll be going green with a little over 60 laps to go. I believe 63 laps, no. Yeah, 63 laps would be the correct number of laps to go once they hit the line here. As Can Tomato get a good jump? No! Didn't get quite on the gas. Green flag is back out, and High Road actually didn't get a great jump either. Not allowed for the top 3 to clear bottom. View on board Crimson Sniper. Drake got put up in the wall. They're 3 wide to Kenny, Storm, and Drake. Drake gets into Storm, Storm into Drake. They're pinballing. Kenny is, I don't even know, they're 4 wide. What in the world? Deeport gets hit by Storm, and Crimson and Irie Pluto all get put up in the wall. That was a display of racing of all time. High Road and Hack are now side by side. That is for 4th. LRS has actually made up a couple positions so far on this restart. Hack's trying to get around High Road. Actually got to his outside somehow, which is going to permit him P4. LRS, who almost got wrecked by High Road at Homestead, actually, so there's a little bit of a connection there. Almost got walled and wrecked again by High Road. There, that would have been quite a coincidence. Oh, if he makes this move, that would have been crazy. LRS tries to split the gap and walls Hack right there, put the bumper to him. LRS not playing any games. Want to get right by it. There's Flash Champ finally starting to make some ground up, and he's up into the 5th place position. LRS is up in the 4th, I should add. And now, actually, Flash is gonna clear High Road and Hack, so yeah, he'll go into 5th. SP just behind Hack. My, oh my. Oh me, oh my. I think Flash might have tapped LRS there just a little bit. We'll ride on board High Road just to watch this. Top 3, not really much of your concern. You see how it's playing out there. As LRS got loose off of turn number 4, almost just walled Flash after all that. That would have been pretty heartbreaking. Into 3 and 4. High Road's actually making some ground up on the bottom. Same with Flash, who's really starting to hook up these lines on the bottom. And he's doing a great job. You see, this is what I was talking about. Flash is maximizing his space, trying to... he's not hitting LRS, but he's just making sure that his space is limited. And he's going to clear for 4th using that bottom. Well done by Flash. High Road now trying to get back by LRS. LRS doing a similar, trying a similar objective to Flash in front of him. Let's see what High Road can do here. Trying to run the bottom. Flash has really started to pick it up in these last couple of laps, especially on the restart. He's made up a ton of ground. Up into 4th, highest he's been all day. LRS is still heavily under pressure from High Road. I think SP got really loose out the corner, and there's Hack almost wrecking Brad Ranger. Kept it straight. Well, this is a very, very close fight. Brad Ranger getting really loose there in the wall in the backstretch. Solid side-by-side racing. High Road up in the wall again. Okay. Looks like everything's fine back here. I was a little hesitant to leave, but looks like everything's fine. Meanwhile, up here, you know, Flash did do the job by getting by LRS, but, you know, hasn't really pulled away from him like I thought he would. And actually, the opposite. There's been a stack up behind. Lowbrook's actually caught up to this group. Not really breaking apart from one another as Flash hits the outside wall there. I just think he's fighting too tight of a car right now. He might have made an adjustment, maybe gone a little awry for him. We are currently at 45 laps to go. This is lap 206 of 250. Oh, and Hacks up into the outside wall, and he's up in the wall again, and that has caused a massive checkup for everyone on the outside lane. And man, these guys cannot catch a break, especially Clater. And SP as Clater gets hooked, I believe, by Irate Pluto. I don't know. Kenny's around. D-Port's wrecked again. SP's wrecked again. Clater again. Oh my goodness. And for the 12th time, the caution will come out here at Bristol. And they're not even going to race it back to the line. They're going to throw the caution here because I believe some... What in the world did High Road just do? Because some cars did get forced down pit road. I think Irate Pluto's going to get his lap back, and he is. Wowzers. Okie dokie. So... Okay, pit road is open this time. And everyone is actually going to be coming in this time for tires. Worn out a bit to where you're going to have to come back in. Boys never hurt. Is that Storm taking the wave around, or is that him staying out? All right, so who will win the race off pit road? And it will be Mole winning the race off pit road. And Flash actually jumped up to third. He actually passed Dusty Stud under the pits. Okay. Interesting. Highest Flash has now been all day. As when they hit the line here, it'll be 40 laps to go, so they'll restart with less than 40. And yeah, so this is the strategy call. Storm has elected to stay out, and Storm will now take the lead of the race in a absolute hunk of junk right here. I think it's been involved in a couple of crashes so far. We'll have to see how this is, but one thing's for sure, it will guarantee a new front row. Like the last 5 cautions we've seen. Unless we're restarting single file, which I don't think we are because I haven't heard it yet. Yeah, so it looks like they'll be choosing here. And where will Storm go? He goes to the inside. Mold and Tomato and Flash all elect to go to the outside because they want to have a lane refresher tires. And that might end up being the call. Dusty's actually going to go the inside with LRS, which that might work for them. They did need the track position greatly, so this is going to help them with that. However, not sure what's going to happen after this restart and how that's going to look with Storm. But here we go into the restart zone. And it's going to be Storm leading us to green. Here we go. Green flag is out. And the outside lane did not get that good of a jump. And Storm's going to take the lead. He'll clear for the lead. But here comes Storm outside of turn number 2. With all the momentum in the world. Car wrecking in the back. Actually, 2 cars wrecking in the back. That's SP and Kenny, I believe, that are both around as Bull gets loose and into Storm. Storm into the inside wall, and he will rejoin further back. Oh, Jesus. Oh, and Dusty got really loose going into turn number 3. He's getting trained on the outside by Tomato, LRS, and High Road. But, wow, that was really close. I thought LRS was going to get put on the wall there. Oh, and Dusty got loose there again! Almost crashed it back up into the field. Now he does. He hits Flash into High Road, and they all stay straight. I don't know how they did not crash both those times. That would have been horrible. Well, top 3 back at it. Top 3 in the championship, although not in this order. Although Mole is leading. Tomato second. LRS sits third. 35, now 34 laps left in this one. I guess really all the race favorites, or the favorites for the win so far, are all back up together after, well, they haven't been, all 3 of these cars been this close together since probably the drop of the green flag. So it's been a minute. Harrow's done a great job of keeping up with LRS all throughout this. They are coming to 30 laps to go. Well, they're at 31. High Road now looking to the inside again on LRS. And I think most of this just stems from the fact LRS his car seems to be set up for the long run. He just doesn't really have the car on these shorter sprints, and thus he's not really able to run the bottom like everyone else. He's actually checking up so much that High Road's now going to take 3rd place back from LRS. Interesting. Considering what we know from Road America, I don't think Dusty's going to really want to pass LRS. So I think he'll just ride behind him. But Mole, I think, has led almost, well, excluding the lap Storm just led there, he's led almost every lap of the 3rd stage. No one's really had anything for him. So unless there's like a late race caution, just kind of think that this is already Mole's race to lose. It's just a matter of what are you going to be able to do differently to stop Mole? And if he wins this, I don't really see him losing the title. I think that might just be a title clinching scenario for Mole. All he would really have to do is just start Talladega and not finish last. High Roads is pressuring heavy on Tomato and actually already puts the bumper to the 17. He wants to get by him quick. You know, I do think this. High Road maybe, just maybe, might have something for Mole. Depending on how these next couple of laps go. Because he has been charging to the front. And if he could get into clean air, I'm interested in seeing what that 19 car could do. He is winless so far this season, or in his rookie campaign. So he would be the 4th rookie. Wait. Yeah, he would. If he were to win, he would be the 4th rookie to win this season, which would be kind of crazy. He's looking outside of Tomato. He is there. Got to his quarter panel. Taps the wall twice. And is now riding his back bumper. He's into the wall again. He is being really aggressive right here. 22 laps to go. Nothing really. SP, who I think got involved. Yeah, he got involved in that crash off the start of the stage. Under pressure of getting lapped again. Dusty's fighting LRS. Matching kind of holding them up. Oh, and Dusty, for extra measure, gets right past LRS. Alright. Crimson and Lubrook going at it. Lubrook getting by pretty quickly. Less than 20 to go now. We'll head back on board High Road. Man, he is all over the bumper of Tomato. He's still pushing him into 2. I didn't know any better. I think High Road's just about to, you know... I didn't know any better. He might just put him in the darn wall. And, darn it, he might just do it. He punted him through turn 1. I mean, High Road is about, I would say, about sick and tired of having to get by Tomato. He is trying to do everything in his power, and I'd say sooner or later he is going to make a very aggressive move on Tomato, and this might just be it here. Gets the run down off of turn number 2, but Tomato running that bottom lane and just hugging it so nicely is able to cover off any area of concern for High Road. We have 15, now 14 laps to go. So here's the question: 14 laps to go. We have seen 12 cautions so far tonight. Field looking a little spread out. Do we see another caution? Deport gets put up in the wall by Irie Pluto there. Do we see a 13th? I'm not sure. Mola's, wow, they have fought so hard. Mola's extended that gap, and I think High Road just got the one position he was looking for. Down the inside of Tomato, lunges, makes contact just a little bit. High Road has been fighting for second for a while, and is going to throw Tomato up into the outside wall. Okay, then, that is a position, and I don't think Tomato's going to be too happy with that as he lunges it right back underneath. And yeah, as you can probably understand, Tomato not too happy with how he was just being raced right there by High Road. As Storm and SP just up ahead. Wow, High Road getting really aggressive there. Storm and SP trying to hold off Mole best they can, but nothing they can really do. High Road up into the fence there with now 10 laps to go remaining here at Bristol. They're still making contact here for a second. This is absolutely crazy. And now High Road's been put up in the wall there, but he's going to cross over. Oh, and Storm's wrecked. He's spun out off of turn number 4. Oh, and he almost came back up through, and High Road does it again. Sends him up the inside. SP's racing Mole really hard right now, and High Road is just about has had it, bro. Oh, I thought for a glimpse, I thought SP had just absolutely dumped Mole. And there's Tomato sending it under High Road again. And Tomato has just got to be absolutely furious. High Road now coming down even more. And I would just imagine your Tomato, your championship driver, you know, reason to be pissed as Slowbroke spins in the middle of the track. SP's involved. That's going to be a caution. We had not reached 5 laps to go yet, so caution is going to come out. Oh my goodness. And just when you thought it was over, there it is. Caution for the 13th time. Slowbroke spun, SP got involved. And we're going to have a final restart here. Oh, Jesus. Tempers are already flaring with Tomato and High Road. So you can imagine what this might look like. And they're already going to choose now. They're going to choose immediately. LRS stays out. Drake stays out too. Who else stays out? Brad Ranger also electing to stay out. And that's it for everyone that stayed out. They did have to do that pretty quickly because there is 5 laps to go in the race. Or no. So there was 7 laps to go when they took that. There's 6 laps to go, so now there's 5, so no more cautions. LRS takes the race lead, and Drake and Brad Ranger also elect to stay out. Dusty Stud has taken 2 tires. It wins the race off of pit road. And this spells absolute disaster. Mole had this in the bag and is going to have to restart in at least as far back as 7th on this next restart. Because I guess he thought everyone was going to be coming in for 4. Guess what? They are not. And they're going to choose immediately. They have to choose immediately. LRS elects the outside. Drake inside. Storm, Dusty. Dusty first person on tires goes to the outside. Brad Ranger, he is 3rd on the inside. And oh boy. High Road's the first person on like 4 fresh tires on the inside. He is going to be a rocket. It's going to be a 3-lap shootout here at Bristol to determine the winner. LRS, if he can win this and Mole falls back, huge gamble for LRS. If he can win this, he might put himself darn into the points lead going into the final race. Here we go. Restart zone. LRS gets a good launch. Then we're back underway. 3 laps to go from Bristol. Drake gets a solid start. Hits Storm up the track. Dusty did pit for 2 tires. He is on the freshest tires in the field. Mole already up many positions. He dives under the apron trying to get by Dusty. He is already up to 3rd. 2 laps to go now. And they're wrecking in the back, but it's not going to count. I think Tomato might have been one of them. Mole already to the back bumper of LRS here. Now as they race into turn number 3. White flag. 1 lap to go here at Bristol. What can LRS do? He's just not going to have the tires for him. He would have to wall ride, but that's not allowed. Out of turn number 4, Mole going to go back-to-back. He wins at Bristol. And a big crash as they come up from turn number 4. Jesus Christ. LRS is going to finish 2nd. Drake is going to... Wow, that actually worked out really well for him. Drake finishes 3rd. Dusty 4th. Hack 5th. High Road 6th. Flash 7th. I think that was Clater 8th. Irie Pluto 9th, Crimson Sniper 10th. That is your top 10. And it was SP and Tomato who were involved in that crash on the back. And that might have virtually put them out of the title race. And actually, like that, yeah, that might just end up being their title hopes over. Wow, what a race. 13 cautions. Darn. Fastest lap, I would be surprised if it wasn't Mole. And it's not Mole, it's actually High Road, 15.6. Wow. Alright, well, let's get our top 3 in here. I think LRS might have some choice words. So brace yourself for that. Oh boy. I'm gonna try this again. I don't think any of them got it. Where in the world is Drake? I cannot find him. That's weird. Um, I'm sure they're just talking right now, just to get everything in place. Man, my jaw hurts. Hmm. There's LRS. Could you help me in getting the other two in here? If I can imagine that they're not. Uh, Drake. Drake got third, and I was actually I wanted to get him in here because I knew. Well, it's rare, but Oh, just. Oh yeah, no. I mean, it's pretty crazy. Um. Well, we only have one driver in here for interviews so far. I did send interviews or invites to Mole and Drake, but so we'll see if they hop in here. But regardless, LRS, you are here. You finished second, leading at the on the final restart there. I know it was an absolutely crazy race for yourself. You had to make the risk there. Uh, really anything you could have done differently there, or do you think that outcome would have been more or less the same?
Honestly, I think I did the best thing that I could. I mean, I was not going to finish second if I took four tires because, other people stayed out and other people took two tires. I was probably going to finish fourth or fifth. So, I mean, second's all right. I mean, the championship's, mostly over. Not really too much to be happy about on my end. I mean, I'm still 12 or so points around behind Mole, so I'd have to try and do something interesting at Talladega, but it's probably not going to happen.
And sites being set to Talladega season finale, what would be the game plan looking like for that 43 team?
Yeah, I don't know. I have to win that race, and I have to have Mole finish like seventh or eighth, and that's gonna be hard. So yeah, especially going into a track like that where it's very aero dependent and everybody chooses their friends. I feel like it was important tonight to make friends. I feel like I didn't really ruffle any feathers, so I feel like I'll have some people on my side, and I feel like I can try to win it. I still don't think it's going to happen. I don't really have any faith, but I think it's possible.
All right, man. Well, you got anything else you want to say? Because I feel like at least I'd imagine you might want to say anything else after that race.
No, I mean obviously there's a lot that I could say to a lot of different people, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut because I'm not in the best mood and I don't want to get myself in trouble. Just congratulations to everybody who finished up here tonight. And yeah, we move on to Talladega.
It's very responsible and very respectful. Thank you, LRS, and congratulations on your second place finish.
Yeah, thank you, INF, and thank you for broadcasting.
Yeah, no problem. We'll now move on. We'll move back, I guess, to our third place finisher, Drake. Drake, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, be honest with me. Were you expecting to be up in the booth or up in the booth here tonight?
No.
Well,
Nope.
you had yourself quite a race having to fight through the mid pack and showed some glimpses at speed around the top five. What was the game plan there through the final or caution? What was the game plan looking like for you?
Uh, I just want to stay out of trouble. I've had a past good month here lately racing in here, and I just wanted to keep that momentum going. So, and I've come here. I was able to accomplish. I finished second in the trucks a few weeks back. Then I finished third tonight at Bristol. And Bristol's never been my best track, but I don't know what I've learned here lately. But it's done good for me. Just trying to staying out of trouble back here in the back. Just trying to keep it clean and work my way up to the front, and it worked out. Probably
Yeah,
shouldn't have
and
finished. Probably shouldn't have finished third, but when you got caution coming out with more than 5 laps to go, that's what happens. And I seen the LRS stayed out, and I just said, well, I'll just try it and see what happens.
yeah, and looking on to next week, I know you just got the podium here, and looking towards next week, Talladega. How are you feeling about this? About closing off your season?
I'd like to finish it off with a win to get my first win, but I'm just gonna, just take my time and just be patient and see what it holds up for. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be pretty crazy down there.
And what are you, are how are you feeling about your season so far? I know the season's coming to an end, and overall, what's the feelings like going to look like going into next season?
Uh, Next season, I'm hoping if I don't get a win this season with one race left in each of the series, I'm hoping definitely to get one next year. Because, like I said, this past month I've been running excellent. I mean, I am so happy with the way I've been running, and I'm just ecstatic. Some top threes and top fives. I mean, that's all I could ask for, and I'm getting better each week. Eventually, we'll get there.
Well, man, I mean, a stellar performance from you. Third place is absolutely amazing for you. So, congratulations on your incredible result here tonight, Drake.
Thank you, sir.
And we will now move on to our race winner, Mole, which I now have to say for the 13th time this season, I believe, which is coincidentally the same amount of cautions we had tonight. So I want to start there first. You were led the majority of that race, having to deal with a lot of cautions from the lead. How did you feel about having to go through all those restarts over again?
It was pretty chaotic and insane, to say the least. There was a lot of calamity happening in the back, but I know I had the fastest car tonight, so it worked out for the better. I probably angered some people towards the end because I think the ending was a bunch of BS, but it is what it is. I'll probably have more to say in a little bit.
Yeah, and I was going to touch on that finish. You did make the call to come in for, I believe it was 4 tires from the looks of it.
Mhm.
Um, and that puts you pretty deep in the field coming to the final restart with 3 to go. And well, I mean, we've seen it a couple times before where you've made it through the field, but this was about a mad dash to get up through. What was it feeling like to go through the field in those final 3 laps?
It was absolutely chaotic. And honestly, if we're not racing for a championship, I'm probably not racing like that to get up all the way to the front. But I'm eighth. LRS is first. If I finish eighth, I give up a ton of points, and I possibly am not leading for the championship. Was it the most right way to do things? Probably not. But at the end of the day, I am racing for a championship. I am going for the win. I was the fastest car on track tonight. I am not losing that way, and I'm going to do everything in my power. Did I wreck anybody coming to that? No, I didn't. Did I turn Brad tonight? Yes, I did, and I feel terrible about that because that was very accidental. Did I get into Alex tonight? Yes, I did. I hit the wall and I got into him. I apologize for that. But at the end of the day, I was sitting in 8th with 3 to go with fresh tires. I need to get all the way up there or I am screwed and I'm putting myself in a hole at Dega. So if people don't like it, that's too bad. I heard what they had to say in the Discord because they thought I wasn't in there. But here I am. I've been the catalyst in this league. I've been very humble in this league. I've been doing everything by the book in this league. Even got took out of admin willingly, took down my VP spot to LRS willingly, and helped many people out in this league. So some people might be upset. Some feathers might be ruffled. I understand that. Heat of the moment right after a race. More power to them. But at the end of the day, I did what I had to do to win. I did not take anybody out in those last 3 laps, and I moved my way to the front at a track that is Bristol Motor Speedway, mind you, with not much room to get anywhere. If I am going to go and win that race, there's only one way to do it. High Road and Tomato were on fresh tires ahead of me, and I even got through there. They could have done the same thing I did. Granted, they're not in the same position, so I understand maybe they didn't. But some people are upset. We're going to see what happens with admin. I feel like some of them don't want me to win the championship, and that's okay. I understand. It might get annoying after a while. I get it. But at the end of the day, I did what I could. If people don't like it, that's too bad. I feel like I've done a lot for this league, and I've helped this league a ton. They don't want me here. We'll see what happens after Dega. But other than that, I am going to try to win the championship at Dega, and it's not locked up yet. LRS is a hell of a racer, and you never know what's going to happen.
And that was going to be my final question for you is, Dega, you do open with, I want to say 11 points. The deficit, I will say it's comfortable, but how are you feeling about the overall game plan at Dega?
I mean, I feel pretty good. I'm going to hold my line and have the race of my life. And we'll see what happens. We'll see how many friends I got out there after tonight. But at the end of the day, I feel pretty confident. I feel like I did what I had to do tonight. So I'm excited to see what happens next week. And hopefully I get that win, or at least the championship win, and bring it home again for the 4th time. So we'll see what happens, but I'm excited for it, and honestly just ready to get it over with. I need some time off after tonight.
Well, time off would be well deserved, and congratulations to you on your win here at Bristol. Mighty fine drive from you, good sir.
Appreciate it, my man.
Well, that'll do it for us here from the UTLR Cup Series. Tune in tomorrow night as the Xfinity Series also takes on the Bristol Motor Speedway. I don't know how that's going to go, but surely it'll be better than this. But you should tune in next week. It's championship weekend across all 3 divisions, Trucks, Cup, and Xfinity, all at Talladega to finish off the season. But for that'll do it for us here from the UTLR Cup Series. This has been INF signing off. Thank you all so much for tuning into this live broadcast. And until next time, my friends, take it easy and stay safe.